Yeah, I get it. Some of y'all will be emotional. Lib, you don't get it. You living nice, whatever. I'm bearing friends. 2 days ago, we just buried the old man. My friend's father. It was like a father to me, right? Not so long ago, Uncle Nick. I mean, I can tell you so many of people that I have lost here in Stellenbosch. Just Stellenbosch. Not living in Zimbabwe, you know. And being poor, being rich, don't matter as long as you're happy. So you're not poor, you're just lost. If you're not lost, then you're part of the problem if you think you're poor. Why would you ever think you're poor? If you woke up and set your mind to glory and say, I'm gonna go and get it now. You woke up, put your plans together, and see who can buy into your plans. Or you're waking up and to expect. Or you're waking up to expect to jump a border. Or you're waking up expecting someone to give you something. So rich is how you live. So you have to attract the money. If you say you want to be rich, you have to attract it. You have to live like it. Live like you wanna get the money. If you don't want to live like that, then you gotta stay quiet. If you are not ready to attract the money, if that's what you want, then you have to stay quiet. Attracting the money is hard work. It's logistics, ethics. It's giving yourself time to grow. Growing, that is, with a plan, moving towards something in some way. Understand the rules of the game and how every game is being played. So when you come with emotions and crying, who are you crying to? You know, as far as I understand, tears are normally you can go to church and cry there. You know, even there they'll tell you, man, put some tithe here, bruh. Put some tithe or something while you're crying, you know. They want something out of your tears. Don't be emotional always. You must live to get better. This talk, I won't just say it. It was said to me when I was a bit younger, emotional. You know, you always think someone is stopping you, something is stopping you. There's always someone in your way, but not you. So when I started to articulate and analyze, I realized I also had to get some of that problem myself. Give myself the blame of not why I am, not where I want to be. Because who knows where I want to be if not me? So I have to move myself to where I want to be because I know myself. So it's not cool for Zimbabweans even to think it's cool to be illegal or cool to move with a fake document or cool to want to fake documents or cool to want to run away over and over or cool to not progress yourself or cool to not develop yourself. That's not cool. So you have to actually self-develop, do a lot of things to get the results that you would want. Good life is peace, self-knowing, loving and caring for others, because you see, when you have got peace, you will create things. I have the most peace when I create. When I'm dealing with my router boards, when I'm checking the network, when I'm talking to the students about how I can help them, when I'm solving people's problems, I'm at peace. When I'm visiting my friends and just talking for a few hours, I'm at peace. When I just know my route, when I know my path, when I know my family, I'm at peace. So that allows me to be happy and do a lot of things. So a lot of people don't have peace. Peace comes when you treat other people well as well. When you wish for the country that you are in, when you wish for the house that you are in, when you wish for the people that surround you to be better, to have better, to do better. That's peace. So the best gift I can give you, in this life are these words, because they're priceless and you can build yourself the way you want. You can say, I live is crazy. Look, still, I said something for you to build yourself. You can say Lib is amazing. Still, say something to help yourself build yourself. I do not really care much about follow-ups of accolades and all that. You can advise me, I can advise you. You see, educational people who really think progressive, they don't think they're the best. No, we the best. So at this stage, we don't have a we, be it Zimbabweans, be it Africans, be it South Africans, blacks. So how can we have then development? Yeah, others can go back to their countries to develop, but what if there's no love? So being sarcastic, being a cool spoken kid, it's all good. But understanding that, yeah, you have to build yourself. However you want to do it. That's something that's on you as a person, whoever you are. Define, redefine who you're supposed to be. No self-appreciation. So faults are found in oneself and the next person, others, and sometimes just people look like you. So when you appreciate yourself, you say, I'm going to wake up for myself. Because while you do that, you're doing it for others. Self-appreciation brings a lot of courage, wisdom. Well, wisdom is a whole different chapter. If you don't have peace, then you don't have wisdom. But you can acquire all that to find yourself peace. Because peace allows you to put everything together. You're dealing with people. And these people will see cornery from truth. They'll see you through sometimes your eyes when you're lying, when you're telling the truth. So if you say, I am this, I want this, I'm gonna be this, people, they look at you and they say, no, not really. Because you don't give yourself that confidence to really be any of this. So it's a good speech. But it's not good enough to convince, mountains to move like that. Your people are dying, and so is your consciousness, because you're still blind to the worldly gains without understanding. As our people die, and so is our consciousness. Because what we value the most does not really exist. What exists the most, it dies. And that's part of the soul part, living, being. So how do you progress? How do you say, I'm gonna be successful? I understand then why a lot of people will then rely on others to find, and then they should have. others to create so they can claim. Can someone go out there and work for you, create for you, without them claiming the victory? Or without the world first seeing that no, it's them? So politics is set in a way that we all have to work and do our part, of which we've been doing our part. But it fails us because we are just people. We lack a lot. So South Africa going the Zimbabwe route is a dangerous sight. Because we know Zimbabwe failed. Lack of political accountability is dangerous. Blame games. There's no one really to, say someone is found, but there's no ramifications for issues. The electrical problems, you see, they are reoccurring and reoccurring. This reminds me of Zimbabwe. Inflation. Things are getting expensive. There's no job creation, so people don't have the money. So how do they then keep up? Debts and loans to the people, to the country. So it's just debts. What's there to take? The land talks. It's all just part of making us go nowhere slow and back into the past in a very, very bad way. Cultural divisions, out of the, is 11, 12, people still can't just manage and just reason and say, look, we're South Africans first, we're Africans first. We are people first. We are intellectuals first. We are all not the same. So aligning correctly and helping each other align to move correctly is perfect. While we're not the same, our agendas is to progressively move. So social media narratives is just killing us. That's why I left. I just needed some peace, If you are there, I'm happy for you. If you are happy for yourself. And I hope you are actually spreading love, you are spreading wisdom, you're spreading education, you're spreading everything that is progressive for African consciousness and human progress with also consciousness. Black cries and undevelopment. So our politics has failed every black child that's not part of the political structure or born with riches. They've all been failed. It don't matter where they are in Africa, they've all been failed. So now that creates an issue. In the end, South Africa is the same thing. So they cry, and their cries, they can cause a lot of issues. Some of those issues we are seeing now, and then they spew into a whole lot of chaos. So if we have got really leaders out there who cares for things to stabilize, this is a time where you don't have to buy people. You don't have to tell people narratives. You just have to talk like a human being. Be on that level of understanding that, okay, that person don't have that. So how do we address those? And how do they maybe keep up in paying for those luxuries somehow, without them having to work their entire lives to try to get to something that they'll never get to. So the system has to be restructured in a way that it will benefit these black kids who are malfunctioning and self-destructing, that they find themselves anyway in Africa fighting with someone. Stories of Idi Amin, how he chased the whole Indian regime in the matter of, he also gave them a couple of hours. So I don't wanna think, we're in the 20th century, so I can't say that we are destructive at this stage, all of us. No, but some of us haven't grown out of this slave mentality, this system bio living, which don't make sense. So you have to wash your mind, and Zimbabwe returning is something that is beautiful. We want to see that. And for me, the only way I see that happening is for all these parties to actually come together correctly, like really. And then say the main leader of ZANU, the main leader of Triple C, if MDC really is still something to reckon with, then they all have to just lead the country, same principles, same powers, talking to each other in the same way. So if Chamisa is not talking to this person correctly and is not willing to, then he has to step aside, put someone who's willing to let their politics move people into something. Because politics stops a lot of people. You want an ID, you want a passport, you have to go through political structures. That's the system we speak about. So a lot of people, I don't want to speak about they, them, that, as if there's, I can't pinpoint. No, the system, the structure, politics, the ministers, the presidents, the this. You build a system that governs people. So when you govern those people, ensure that you take care of them throughout. So these structures of politics, I'm happy with no president, Give us 3 strong candidates. I envy you guys that you go out there, but I know it's business, so you make a lot of money, but this is dangerous money because a lot of people are involved. All the countries are involved in this bag of politics. Address poverty and hardships. That's very important. And this is not just for blacks. No, it's for all African people living in Africa. We must love one another, appreciate one another, unify internal cultures in all our African, and let's teach African unification, education, world education. Know other people apart from knowing yourself. When I was saying to my bro, when we went to bury the old man, as of like two days ago, we actually buried him with strangers. So when you bury, sometimes you're not going to choose to lie next to, no, because it's not really a choice. They allocate a grave. So in this life we all got, it's up to us to identify one another like this and appreciate and say, you know what, I appreciate you, I have love for you, like that. No wait for someone to go to understand that, I can be family, and still people fail to move correctly. It all ends for everybody. But the stories we write, how we tell them, in spiritual mode, you're always going to understand and always going to see this. Doesn't matter you're not in bodily form, but isn't it people want to go to Mars, to run away from? So if someone is to go to Mars right now and say succeed to stay there, isn't it they're technically dead to all to everyone on earth. So the spirit is a way of living. The body, the shell stops, then the soul lives in its natural state. It goes wherever it wants and still understands itself. It all starts with loving yourself down here. You can't be rich if you do not have a wealthy heart mindset. What you eat don't make you, what you wear don't make you, what you drive don't make you. Who you are, how you feel, how you articulate, how you think about others. All those things, they matter. The heart matter. So you're not poor. You're just lost. You just don't understand a lot of things. So that's why you say you're poor. I don't think so.